Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's old school Triple H, aka old school hip hop head, and here on YouTube. Of course, if you saw the description, you see that I'm talking about Rapsody's latest album that dropped, Eve. So yeah, definitely do me a favor to definitely subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, hit that like button, leave a comment. If you agree with me or you disagree with me, leave a comment because we can talk about it. So let's kind of get into this album review, man, because I've wanted to talk about this. I've actually listened to the album quite a few times. Uh, so kind of give you a background. I am a Rhapsody fan. I've been listening to Rhapsody since Ninth Wonder's Dream Merchant Volume 2, where she was featured in the interludes between songs, and she has some dope verses. I remember listening to her back then. I was like, who is this? And then I saw interviews and everything where Ninth was introducing her as Rhapsody. So I kind of started following her from then. She was with a group, I think it's a really dope group too, called Cooley High. So she was with Cooley High. Uh, Her work pretty much spans back to the past 10 years, man. So she's got a lot of albums. The Black Mamba, Idea Beautiful, which I love that album. We also have, what was another album she put out? Thank Her Now, Crown. I think I said Crown already. So I mean, she's got a lot of albums, man. She's got a lot of albums under her belt. I think where she really scratched the surface was when she came out with Layla's Wisdom, which is my favorite album in her discography, and was my favorite album of 2017 when it dropped. I liked it better than Jay Z's 444, which I really did like Jay Z's 444, and I'm not a Jay Z fan, but I did like that over. I just thought bar for bar, Rhapsody is amazing. Like even on this album, she's no slouch with the bars. Like she's got some crazy stuff, man. And she's even become a much better songwriter, and she's become better at putting albums together because this has a straight soul concept and it's straightforward. It works very well, man. It's just a really well put together album. It's really well thought out. Um, let's see, and I think like I don't know, man. You know, I really like North Carolina rappers. Rhapsody, Big Little Brother. I mean, Big Brother, Little Brother. So I mean, there's like a whole bunch of stuff to like about this. I just for me, and I really hate saying this because I'm a huge fan of Rhapsody. I really do like Rhapsody. I think Rhapsody is an amazing artist. My problem with her is my problem is kind of this album, man. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even like the single. I didn't even know how to feel about the single produced by Ninth Wonder with her on it. I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna butcher it. I can't even pronounce the name, but it was a single with her, RZA, featuring which RZA had a dope verse in that, and D'Angelo, who lends his vocals pretty well actually. Uh, but the I don't know. It was just the song as a whole. I wasn't really feeling it the first few listens, and then I think it grew on me, and that's not for me. That's not good. If a song has to grow on me for me to like it, it's usually not good. And then even then, I still don't really know how to feel about the song. It's definitely not my favorite track on the album. It's all right. It's an okay song. It's just I don't know. There was a lot of songs on here that just didn't stick out. Like Layla's Wisdom had a lot of good stick out songs. Chrome, Power, Pay Up. Oh my God, Pay Up was so good. Such a good song. Black and Ugly. Um, I think it was called a jam called Saturday or something like that. Jesus is Calling. So there were so many good songs on that. I didn't pull nothing like that away from this album. And it sucks, man, because again, I think Rhapsody's really talented. I think she's good. Rhapsody's very good. I just, uh, there were some songs. I mean, like, like you have like songs like Cleo, which this is a song I did like Cleo, where it has that Phil Collins sample on it, and then she's talking about they're gonna be mad when I pop shots, referring to Cleo, which is the character in Set It Off. Is a movie that came out in the '90s that I really like, but it had but Queen Latifah played the character of Cleo, and she was shooting, at the police and stuff, popping shots. So she's referring to it, which is ironic too, because Queen Latifah's featured on this album, and she delivers a pretty good verse on her feature. Uh, some of there were a couple features I didn't care for. The Ellie Varner feature. I can't remember the name of the song. It's hard for me to get my list out right now, but the Ellie Varner feature was pretty terrible. It wasn't terrible. I'm not going to go that far. That's a little harsh. I'm not going to say it was terrible. It just didn't. I didn't care for it that much. Like when she came in, I was like, "Oh, that's Ellie Varner," because I had to look at the track list and go, "Oh, that's Ellie Varner." Okay, I guess she's in the song. Um, they're like, okay, I guess I could name my favorite songs on this album, because this is a really hit or miss album for me. I'm going to be honest with you. Again, like, I think the album is really good. Like, as far as the way she put it together and stuff like that, I think that's really dope. But I think this falls short of like Layla's Wisdom. I thought Layla's Wisdom was far better than this album. Uh, but I mean, I give her props for attempting something different. I rather you like fall short and not and try something different than to just keep doing the same thing over and over again and playing it safe. So I'm glad Rhapsody, the last two albums, she did not play it safe, which is cool. I just don't really care for this. I'm gonna roll the window now. It's a little Whew, bless me, jeez. So, I'm sorry, I'm kind of working on limited equipment here. So, yeah, I'm just doing myself on here, but um, so my favorite song on this album would have to be Cleo. Again, I did like the way they flipped that Phil Collins sample and the way she was rapping over it. Um, and then she was making references again to Queen Latifah's character and Set It Off, so that was kind of cool. Um, Another song I liked on here too was see, I can't get my phone list out without messing this up. Uh, but geez, I'm sorry, I don't have a phone. I don't have a little track list, y'all. I don't remember what songs, but yeah, like I said, there's a lot of songs on here. I did like Sojourner too with J Cole, although that was on the Jamla as a Squad Part Two compilation. So I've already heard that song before, but I mean, it's a cool song. I don't know, man. It's this again. Like, there are some songs I'll come back for on here, but I don't think this is gonna make my top 10 list. Maybe top 15, like in the back 15, but definitely not a top 10 contender. Like I said, I don't out of all the really good albums I've heard this year, I don't think I'm going back to this one that much. Again, I say, other than maybe the few songs I actually did like, I think this just left a little bit to no of an impact on me. And I've listened to this album a few times. Like, this album's in my heavy rotation. That's how many times I've listened to it to try to like it. And I couldn't really. I was a little disappointed. I was a little let down by this album. I'm not lying. I was kind of disappointed. Uh, I thought some of the production was a little spotty. Yeah, there were some songs on here. I think "Whoopi" was probably my least favorite song. I like the line in there where she says, "Sister." She said "Sister Act" because she's song's called "Whoopi," as in Whoopi Goldberg. She was in Sister Act back in the '90s. If you ever saw that, she was in the Sister Act movies. Uh, that was kind of clever. that's one thing. But other than that, I didn't really think this was that good of an album like that. It was cool, but I might be in the minority. But yeah, this album was okay. It was all right. Like I said, there were some good songs in here, but there were some okay songs, and there were some flat out like what like WTF songs. Like there were some like what the hell is she doing songs. Um, so I like there were songs where she was trying to make bangers and it just didn't work out. I wasn't feeling those. Like some of the club songs, I wasn't feeling those. Um, like when Rhapsody's doing like the more lyrical rap and stuff like that. Maybe that's just me. I guess maybe it's personal preference, but I just don't think that some people can fit the criteria of club song and make it work. Like Kendrick can do that and stuff like that. Um, I just don't think Rhapsody. I mean, I give Rhapsody props for trying that. I just don't think it worked, and the song just came off as kind of weird. And some of the hooks were kind of terrible in this too. I didn't like some of the hooks. Some of the hooks sounded really bad to me. Um, so I mean, it's just yeah, it's this was a light recommend. Like if I were to recommend this album, I would probably urge people to go back and listen to like Layla's Wisdom and some of her other albums. This is probably my least favorite Rhapsody album out of her discography. I wasn't really feeling this album. And again, I only listened to it multiple times for review purposes because I don't think I'm ever gonna really go back to it. Like I said, I might go back to revisit those couple songs, but I mean that's pretty much about it, man. I don't think I'm gonna go back to it to listen to it. So that's pretty much my review. If you like my opinion or you don't like my opinion, again, just comment down. Tell me what you like about it, and also tell me, if you are a listener of Rhapsody, what was your favorite Rhapsody album? Yeah, just comment below, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.